this section, I will introduce you to the Arduino board. We'll talk a little bit about its features, connections, and about its input-output pins. And finally, we'll talk about its power input-output capabilities. The Arduino board is a circuit board designed to be used for prototyping. It uses the Atmel microcontrollers. The board is easy to use and it's relatively cheap. One of the features that makes the Arduino board easy to use is the fact that it doesn't need any extra hardware to be programmed. It can be plugged directly into your PC using a USB cable, and the program, or the sketch as it's called in the Arduino world, can be uploaded using the USB. There are several types of the Arduino board. We will be using the Arduino Uno. This model uses the Al-Aubiydy 328 microcontroller. Now I will show you some of the components on the Arduino board. Over here we have the actual microcontroller. It's this chip. This is the Al-Aubiydy 328. Next we have the USB cable connection. The USB cable connection is used to power the Arduino board. But it's also used to upload sketches or programs to the microcontroller. The Arduino board also has an external power source jack. It can be used with a power source of up to 12 volts, and it will regulate to 5 volts or 3.3 volts. You can use this jack to power the microcontroller after you have programmed the chip. The Arduino Uno has a 16 MHz crystal. 16 MHz means that this crystal makes 16 million cycles per second. This crystal helps the microcontroller calculate time. The datasheet provided indicates that the microcontroller can handle a maximum speed of 20 MHz. So a 16 MHz crystal is quite suitable for this microcontroller. Next we have the 6 pins labeled ICSP. They stand for In-Circuit Serial Programming. They are used to bypass the USB in case the bootloader is corrupt and you need to upload a new one. The bootloader's function is to wait for the Arduino software on your PC to send it a new program, which it then writes to the memory of the Arduino. Here we have an LED attached to pin 13. It is mostly used for debugging. And over here we have the reset button in case you need to reset the program running on the microcontroller. The Arduino Uno has 14 digital pins. 6 of them has the squiggly symbol next to them. They provide pulse width modulation output. Loosely speaking, pins with pulse width modulation can provide output to an analog device. On the other side, we have 6 analog input pins. Finally, we have the power management sockets. We have a 3.3 volt and a 5 volt and 2 ground pins, which can be used to power external loads. We also have a pin labeled VIN, which can be used to power external loads requiring 5 volts or higher, but only when using the external power jack, and the power output cannot exceed its voltage. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time.